do another Let's Play. This one's gonna be a short one, and it's gonna be a different one than most others have been. It's called Her Story. It's actually kind of an older game. I think I was taking a look at my library, and I got this game back in 2015. Never fucking played it. That's insane. That's 7 years. 7 fucking years. But you'll see. The gameplay for it's definitely going to be different than most of the games that I've played on here. But I think if maybe you like Obra Dinn, maybe this might it's not similar, but in some ways it is. Oh, old school. You are a logged in authorized guest and a query to access archive footage. Search terms of murder. Let's search it. Let's search for the oh. Okay. So this is basically the idea, is that this girl right here, she provides like video documentation discussing something, and we have to basically use search terms to find these things. I could break down whatever I fucking want, and I could pull up videos. But basically we watch the videos and we try to get an idea of what exactly happened, what is going on here. No, we should probably just watch this first. Oh, we can put tags.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. So as you saw, she said murder, so this video pops up. So I'm gonna write down, you think it's murder. So let's view that one. Oh, it shows if we watched it already.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Oh, hold on. So, for a second, I thought this took place on, in January 7th, which was actually Chris's birthday, right? Yeah. But it's actually, this is, I guess, European? English? She sounds English, so it's probably July 1st, 94. So it was a couple months back.
I didn't murder Simon.
Yeah, see?
You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
So Simon died. Okay, now we know who died. Maybe a husband?
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
Okay. Oh, anti-glare filter. Oh, whoa. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I forgot. Do I, one second. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know if I want to have anti-glare or not. I think it's kind of nice, the added effect of the glare. Let's quit the logic system. Oh, okay, so I can, okay. Hey, here's the database. I filled a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seemed to work. They transferred the video off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. Oh, so is this a world where Y2K like actually fucked things over? Couldn't find the server with the detectives footage on the possibly those tapes got damaged with the old archives, which was put in 97. Figured this would be enough. Take your time. Rubbish. Hack. What does that mean? Mirror game. One for the mums here. Classic 2-player strategy for lunchtime gaming. Enjoy. One for the mums. Cracks with class. Did you just... I don't get it. What do I do? Oh, it's 2-player. I'm stupid. Oh, okay. I see. Really? Read me. Oh, but there's also read me. Computer technology is a backbone of modern police work. The logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence. In coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. Surveillance footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth, like New Hampshire. Oh no, UK. Right. Portsmouth in the UK. There's been this fucking sucks. I really wish that we just didn't have like the same fucking names as Europe. Like, just change our names. Like, we should just like. Why can't it like we change some of these like European names to like Walmartsville or something like that? Something American. It's been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The data has been digitally stenographed in the content of the testimonies attached to each clip. To receive a clip, type a word robbery into the search field. Click search. Narrow search. Working with a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use a very harmless to search for exact match against the entire statement. Yes, I was there. Yeah, so it's like Google. How good is your Google foo, I guess? Store clip for later reference, click add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags to your phone. Okay. So, we know Simon, right? A lot of things about Simon.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass.
Okay.
Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build.
Okay.
He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And border photo. They said a spring photo.
Okay, let's see him.
This was taken last year on holiday in Rome.
In Rome.
It's the best one I have.
I'm jealous that they can just go to Rome. Like, the fuck. I mean, like, we can too, but it's just like such a fucking hassle to get to Europe. Wish I was already there.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen.
Helen.
Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Let's remember that. Helen, bar maid. It's always the barmaid, they tell you what.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one.
Amstrad.
No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
I'm confused. What the fuck does that even... What?
Yes, there's an Amstrad one.
What the fuck is an Amstrad?
There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know,
British Electronic Company. Okay.
That kind of thing.
So they make games. Cool. Old games, because obviously it's the 90s.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Good question. I kind of want to look into Hell in the Barmaid. What if it's just like no, like that one video? Oh, there's another one actually. Interesting.
No. I think he spoke to Helen.
Spoke to
She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Well, can I?
No. He said he likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Argument. So there was an argument. Is that why she's? Is that how you spell argument? Ah, oh. Interesting. Access 9 entries found. Access limited to the first 5 entries. Oh shit. I have to be more specific.
So, it was Friday evening.
Okay.
We had an argument. He left.
Okay.
On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show.
Eric.
So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local.
Yep.
They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you.
Oh.
His parents haven't heard anything either.
So that was on June 18th. So that's probably one of the earlier ones. So they had an argument. This is actually a very important one, I
It
think.
was Friday evening.
They had an argument.
On
Saturday he didn't come back.
He didn't show.
He didn't show for work.
I checked at the Rock. Seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still at the
Who saw
Rock.
them?
That's our local. They said they'd seen him.
Okay, they saw them
still
on
wasn't back
Friday.
this morning. It just isn't like him. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. Anything either.
Wow, this actually gave us a lot of fucking clues.
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
That's very true, actually. That's sad. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up.
That's not healthy.
It's always that way.
I've like never once like ran away from like something like that. Like that's just kind of like crazy. I mean, like it was the 90s, I guess. Whatever.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
The clock. All right. Rock. We get some. No. That narrows it down too much. Wand. No. Helen. Fuck. Argument. I don't know what else. Eric. Fuck. Parents? Damn it. What if I wrote about? Ooh, I got a new one.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of.
Oh, it was on a
Eggs Benedict.
birthday?
We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, Children sang me happy birthday.
Teacher, maybe?
Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby.
They have a baby. Okay.
Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Wait, hold on. What?
From when I wanted to. Simon left. I was furious.
Okay, he left. She
I
was
wanted to get
furious.
as far away as I could.
So they both
Get some
left.
space. I left.
Okay, there's a couple of things we need to look up. Teacher? No. Baby. Oh, 17 entries.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Okay.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
Uh-huh.
No. I lost the baby.
Ooh.
I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Hold on.
Stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Huh.
I went cold all over.
Why?
I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
Body?
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Wait, what? I thought... Hold on. I thought she called the cops because Simon was gone.
Bags.
He took off and he didn't return and no one knew where he was. Now she's
So
saying
now
she called the cops because of the body she found.
Pulled them open, and I called the police.
Oh my god, that's a huge one.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Whose body? Can we look up body as well? Ooh, a new one.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other.
Well,
We cleaned up.
this happened on July 3rd, so this is pretty far into it. I think before she was like potentially being accused of murder, but I don't know.
We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone.
The broken mirror.
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later.
What is going
We
on?
wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it.
What?
Rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck. It happened very quickly. We hardly
This is a
talked to each
major
other.
one.
We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes.
Her clothes.
They're gone.
Whose clothes?
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Okay. There's a lot there that we need to unpack. I think we need to. Wow. I don't know if I was supposed to see that one so quickly, because obviously you can just see a lot. Okay, so watch is a term I want to look up. Mirror, potentially broken. Alibi. I think alibi is gonna be first on the docket. That was an insane one. I had the session. What happens if I have these two edited sessions? Can I like switch? Ooh. Instant file access. How many can I have? So just this one. Ooh, a lot about a mirror. 11 entries about the mirror.
My name is Hannah.
Oh, we have her name.
H-A-N-N-A-H.
We have her name.
It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from here though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Let's add the session. Wow. We finally got the first one. We know her name. Hannah, knowing that her name is Hannah is like really fucking important actually.
It wasn't the present so much, it was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
Okay.
The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass,
Oh.
the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story.
So for her birthday.
He made it specially for me.
That's really nice, but add the session. Yeah, let's start adding these into like order, like chronological order.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Oh, this one's first.
Silverleaf, No, and he normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Okay, so that's good, that's good. Oh wait, now we have to put this one at the end. Okay. Do I just look up Hannah?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Eve? Who the fuck is Eve? Was that Morse code? I can't put that in. Well, we're adding that to the session.
Yes.
Oh,
My name is Hannah Smith.
Hannah Smith.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Because her name isn't Hannah Smith anymore, right? So let's write Smith down. Because that's probably her maiden name. We can confirm that later.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Florence.
When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time.
What?
The midwife was there. I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
That. Oh! Ah!
Across the road, where my parents
Did you
first
see that?
lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same
I don't think this is a spooky game!
The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I was a midwife called Florence on paper.
Hold on. Okay. I had to rewind and see what that fucking looked like. Holy shit, that was scary. I went a little too fast, but... God. Okay, so Florence is definitely a big topic that we need to look into. Damn, it just never ends. There we go. Right there.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. And she hid me. Recognized me from the window. And she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where there was a dollhouse up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Okay, so she... Oh my god. Okay. So that's the jump scare kind of thing. It's not really a jump scare, but it was a jump scare the first time it happened. Okay, this is actually a very interesting story. Yeah, okay. This one goes here. Yep. I can only get some of them. Attic? Can we get... Oh, here we go, here we go. More about the attic.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready.
Hold on.
Games, and that Eve just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games. Talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games.
How do I pause?
And that Eve was...
So, this is creepy as fuck. But so her parents had twins, I guess, and the midwife Florence saw that the other twin was dead, right? Like, so or basically had twins. The midwife delivered them, said that this lady here is dead in the womb, but she wasn't. And the midwife took her in, and they lived in the attic. And I guess they played, like, he involved her in their life, but who's Eve?
Games. And that Eve was our imaginary friend.
Eve was our imaginary friend.
Once, she was already up and dressed and ready
to
go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Oh my god, okay. Well, we definitely got into an interesting area of this. So she's fucking crazy. I don't know if we were supposed to find out she's this crazy so soon, but she is bonkers.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again.
She's been telling... So she said... She introduced herself as Hannah Smith, right? She first introduced herself as Hannah Smith in, like, the first video. Then we saw, like, a lie detector test, like, in early July, right? Early July, there was a lie detector test. And she said she was Hannah Smith, and she's like, oh, shit, sorry, I forgot. And she didn't really correct herself. I assumed early on, this is, like, only been 34 minutes in the game, that she just forgot to use her, like, she changed her name in marriage. That's not the case because of the whole fucking thing. There's a whole story about her and Simon. She is not married to Simon. Where the fuck she is not Hannah Smith. And what she was saying in June was her sister's story. Her story. God damn, I already got to the fucking... Okay, come on.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
She pretended.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17.
Jesus Christ.
It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it.
What did she want to be?
We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Jesus Christ. Wow, okay.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Okay.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others.
Like the
The
others?
rules had changed.
Oh.
Me living in the attic had become weird.
Like
in a
men
way it hadn't
before
been before.
Simon. What the fuck? This is insane. This is an insane story. Okay. I think it's time. Can we actually get more attic stories? Oh boy, we can. We get more attic stories.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt
She's
like
still
going back
pretending to be
old
Simon.
days
Hannah.
before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Okay. Do I have to like do it one by one? That's kind of annoying. Yeah, this is all unorganized. I mean, I tried organizing, but things happen, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I think it's... Okay.
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Wait, why does it fuck up all the organization before? Hold on. Feels like it fucks up the organization that I had. Okay.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
I mean, I don't think those are human hairs. Nice try, though.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
I don't understand what the point of that one. Maybe some of these really just don't have points. Okay. Do I dare look up Eve? Interesting.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Yeah, see, look at, if I go double, it switches them. That's so annoying. It really shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have to go one by one.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Jesus Christ.
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Fucking crazy ass bitch. So 7-3 seems to be like more of the confession, but it seems like
police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in
Hell
London,
yeah.
and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him.
Take us with
The
you.
taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Thank God for Eve, I guess. Oh wait, hold on. Did that work? No, it didn't. Switch them.
My mother called me Eve.
So she's Eve. Okay, that's good context. Can we ask why she's pretending?
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Okay, well that's interesting, but it's not really what we were looking for, I don't think. Oops. Yeah. What if I wrote I did it? Of course not. Confess. Okay, yep, just that. Can I move this around? Southeast. Oh. I don't want you checking my time it is. Fuck off. Oh, wow. Oh my god, so one volume missing. Are these all the ones that I've seen so far, and then these are the rest? So I've only seen a little bit of the end. Oh my god, okay. Okay. Wow, there's 61 different Simons. What about Simon and Eve? Nope. Oh. There's a lot of good stuff here. Hold on, what time is it? Let's just take a look. I'm really curious now.
Differences? She's a better driver than me.
Hannah
She
is
passed the
Nikki.
test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys.
Yeah, you
Hannah
fuck
liked
strangers.
boys. I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze.
What the fuck?
We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Holy shit. They really lived a life together. I think that's it.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules.
Ouija board.
She wanted to be the first to sleep with him.
And then we're gonna look up rules.
I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
And that's oh my god. And yeah. And that's why Eve wants to get pregnant. Oh god. Oh god. What a fucking fucked up situation this has become. I think this is in the right. I don't know. I can't really read.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Jesus. Could I just read Ouija? How do I spell? No, that's not how you spell it. There's another instance discussing the Ouija board.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon.
That's Princess
We
Diana.
used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Add the session. So... Oh, does that mean one's out of order? It's yellow? Wait, is that yellow or is that one volume missing? That's yellow though, right? Refresh, refresh, refresh. Partial. One volume missing. Is it when I view all of them, all of the one volume missing will be available? I'm missing a lot from like the middle. I got like this like spur of like, I know a lot about this like whole like the relationship between the sisters, but I still have no idea what's going on with who died. So I think I need to continue looking more into that. Maybe if I look into the sisters more, I'll find out more. Who knows? Who fucking knows?